IELTS Speaking Part 1. Laughing. Question 1. Do you laugh at jokes a lot? Model answer. Band 6 answer. Yes, I think I laugh quite often. I enjoy listening to jokes and I find humor in many everyday situations. I believe laughing is a great way to reduce stress and feel happy. Band 7 answer. I would describe myself as easily amused and quite responsive to humor. I genuinely appreciate well-crafted jokes and witty observations. I tend to laugh frequently, especially when I'm in the company of friends who share my particular sense of humor. Band 8 answer. I have a robust sense of humor and tend to laugh quite heartily and often. I am not only responsive to direct jokes but also enjoy subtlety and situational comedy. I find laughter to be a fundamental necessity for maintaining a positive and relaxed outlook on life. Question 2. Can you tell jokes well? Model answer. Band 6 answer. Not really. I find that I am not very good at telling jokes. I often forget the punchline or mess up the timing. I prefer to be the listener in a group, rather than the person telling the story. Band 7 answer. I wouldn't claim to be a naturally gifted comedian. My primary difficulty lies in the delivery and timing. I often find that I either rush the narrative or fail to build sufficient suspense. I'm much better at appreciating humor than I am at generating it for an audience. Band 8 answer. I must admit that verbal joke telling is not one of my fortes. While I can certainly remember the content of jokes, I often struggle with the crucial element of dramatic delivery and comedic pacing. My attempts tend to fall flat, so I usually defer the role of the storyteller to those with a more natural talent for performance. Question 3. Do you think laughing is important? Model answer. Band 6 answer. Yes, I think laughing is very important. It's a natural way to feel better and healthier. When you laugh, you forget your problems for a while. It also helps people connect with each other and makes social situations more relaxed. Band 7 answer. I consider laughter to be fundamentally important for both psychological and physiological well-being. Psychologically, it serves as a powerful emotional release and a natural stress reliever. Physiologically, it can improve circulation and boost mood. More broadly, it is a vital mechanism for social bonding and creating rapport in any communal setting. Band 8 answer. Absolutely, I view laughter as an essential human mechanism, a prerequisite for mental and social resilience. Neurochemically, it triggers the release of endorphins, acting as a natural analgesic and mood elevator. On a social level, it is an invaluable nonverbal communication tool, quickly establishing intimacy and diffusing tension, which is particularly beneficial in consensus-driven cultures like Japan. Question 4. What kinds of funny shows are popular in your country? Model answer. Band 6 answer. In Japan, manzai shows are very popular. This is a kind of stand-up comedy with two people. One is the funny person, aka Boke, and the other is the serious one, aka Tsukomi. Variety shows that have funny games and celebrity interviews are also very popular on TV. Band 7 answer. Manzai, which is a form of traditional Japanese stand-up comedy involving a double act, remains incredibly popular. Audiences are also highly receptive to variety shows, barathi, that mix sketches, candid celebrity challenges, and observational humor. The appeal often lies in the quick-witted verbal sparring and slapstick elements, which resonate strongly with the general public's preference for lighthearted entertainment. Band 8 answer. The comedy landscape in Japan is dominated by genres that often rely on highly specific cultural nuances and rapid-fire verbal exchanges. Manzai, the dual-performer stand-up style, commands huge audiences due to its emphasis on precision timing and the dynamic between the straight man and the fool. Furthermore, televised gag variety shows are ubiquitous, often featuring scenarios where celebrities are put into absurd or challenging physical situations, emphasizing the power of observational and physical humor to create mass appeal. IELTS Speaking Part 2. House or apartment. Describe a house or apartment you often visit. You should say, whose home it is. How often do you visit it? What it looks like and explain how you feel about it. You have 1 minute to prepare. You have 2 minutes to talk. Model answer. Band 6 answer. I often visit my best friend's apartment. She lives quite close to me, so I usually go there almost every weekend. We often study together or just hang out and watch movies. Her apartment is not very big, but it's cozy and clean. There's a small living room, a kitchen, and 2 bedrooms. The walls are painted light blue, and there are many plants on the balcony. I like the warm feeling when I enter her home. I always feel relaxed and happy when I visit her place. It feels like a second home to me because I can be myself there. We usually drink tea, chat for hours, and sometimes cook dinner together. Band 7 answer. The house I often visit belongs to my close friend, Lisa. She lives in a small but lovely apartment near the city center, so I usually visit her around twice a month, especially on weekends when we both have free time. Her apartment is located on the 5th floor of a modern building. It's quite stylish, with white walls, wooden floors, and a lot of natural light. She has decorated it with paintings, fairy lights, and green plants, which make the space look lively and comfortable. There's also a small balcony where we sometimes sit and talk in the evening. I really enjoy going there because the atmosphere is peaceful, and Lisa always makes me feel welcome. It's a great place to relax after a busy week. Every time I leave her apartment, I feel refreshed and positive, as if I've taken a short break from my stressful daily life. Band 8 answer. One of the houses I often visit is my cousin's apartment in Taipei. I usually go there once or twice a month, either for family gatherings or just to spend some time together. It's become one of my favorite places to visit because it feels warm and full of life. The apartment is on the top floor of a tall building, so it has an amazing city view. It's quite spacious, with an open-plan living room, a modern kitchen, and 3 bedrooms. What I like most is the interior design. It's simple but elegant, with neutral colors, wooden furniture, and soft lighting. My cousin has also added many personal touches, like travel photos and handmade decorations, which make the place very unique. Every time I visit, we cook dinner together, listen to music, and chat on the balcony while enjoying the night view. The whole environment feels calm and homely, almost like a little escape from the noisy city life. I feel really comfortable and inspired there. The apartment gives me a sense of warmth and belonging, and sometimes it even motivates me to decorate my own room in a similar way. It's not just a physical space, it's a place filled with good memories and positive energy. IELTS Speaking Part 3. House or apartment? Question 1. Do people in your country often visit friends or relatives at their homes? Model answer. Band 6 answer. Yes, people often visit their friends or relatives at home. For example, I usually visit my cousin's apartment once or twice a month. Many families like to have tea, eat together, or chat. Visiting is very normal and people usually feel happy when meeting family or friends. Band 7 answer. In my country, visiting friends or relatives at home is quite common. People usually do this on weekends or holidays to spend time together and strengthen their relationships. For instance, I often go to my cousin's apartment for dinner or just to relax and talk. These visits are an important part of social life and help people feel connected. Band 8 answer. Visiting friends or relatives at home is a frequent and meaningful activity in my country. People often use these occasions not just to socialize, but also to share meals, celebrate special events, or provide support during difficult times. For example, I regularly visit my cousin's apartment in Taipei, and we cook together, chat about life, and enjoy the city view from the balcony. These moments foster closer bonds and create lasting memories, showing that home visits are both practical and emotionally significant. Question 2. How can a home's environment affect people's moods or feelings? Model answer. Band 6 answer. I think a home can make people feel comfortable or not. If it is clean and nice, people feel happy. If it is messy or dark, people feel stressed. For example, when I visit my friend's apartment and it is clean and cozy, I feel relaxed. Band 7 answer. A home's environment can have a big impact on people's moods. Clean, well-lit, and well-decorated homes make people feel happy and relaxed. On the other hand, a messy or noisy home may cause stress. For example, my cousin's apartment has plants, paintings, and soft lighting, which makes me feel calm and comfortable every time I visit. Band 8 answer. The environment of a home can greatly influence people's emotions and general well-being. A bright, organized, and aesthetically pleasing home can promote relaxation, positivity, and even creativity. For instance, when I visit my cousin's apartment in Taipei, the combination of soft lighting, natural wood furniture, and personal decorations creates a very welcoming atmosphere. This kind of space encourages meaningful conversation and helps me feel both emotionally recharged and mentally clear. Conversely, a cluttered or poorly maintained environment can lead to discomfort or tension. Question 3. Why do people sometimes prefer visiting others' homes rather than going out? Model answer. Band 6 answer. People sometimes prefer to visit at home because it is comfortable and private. For example, I like visiting my cousin's apartment because we can cook together and talk without being interrupted. It is also cheaper than going to a restaurant or cafe. Band 7 answer. Many people prefer visiting friends or relatives at home because it offers privacy and a relaxed environment. At home, people can spend more time talking, playing games, or cooking together without worrying about other people. For instance, I often visit my cousin's apartment, and we enjoy preparing dinner and watching movies. This feels more personal than going out. Band 8 answer. Visiting others' homes can be more appealing than going out because it provides comfort, privacy, and a relaxed pace that public places often lack. At home, people can interact freely, prepare meals together, or share hobbies without external distractions. For example, my cousin's apartment offers a cozy balcony and a warm living room where we can cook, listen to music, and talk for hours. Such visits not only strengthen relationships but also allow for more meaningful and memorable experiences compared to eating out or going to public spaces. Question 4. How do housing styles or interior design reflect people's personalities or culture? Model answer. Band 6 answer. I think houses can show people's personality. For example, if a home is colorful, it might show the owner likes fun things. In Japan, many homes are simple, but people still decorate with small things like plants or pictures. Band 7 answer. Housing styles and interior design often reflect a person's taste and lifestyle. For example, a tidy and minimalist apartment might show that the owner values simplicity and organization. In Japan, it is common to have compact homes with personal decorations, like souvenirs or photos, which also reflect their interests and personality. Band 8 answer. The design and style of a home can reveal much about the owner's personality, values, and cultural background. Minimalist, tidy spaces might indicate a preference for simplicity and organization, while colorful or eclectic decorations can reflect creativity or playfulness. In Japan, many apartments are small but cleverly designed to maximize space, and people often personalize them with plants, art, or souvenirs from travel. For instance, my cousin's apartment has both modern furniture and handmade decorations, showing a mix of practicality and individuality. Overall, homes are not just living spaces, they're also expressions of identity and cultural norms.
Congrats on making it to the end of this video, and kudos to you if you did all that practice. You are amazing. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. And you can also add my official LINE account that's in the profile. And if you do this, then I can send you a free phrases guide that you can use for your practice. All right, happy studying. See ya.